welcome, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
The beginning of every one of my transcripts starts with "Hi, Craig." It's great. It's great.
It's important to say hi to friend.
If we don't give the proper respects to our recording deities, we may end up without a transcript one of these days.
Exactly. When's the last time you sacrificed a goat to the machine god?
Not super often, but I have offered prayers to the parking lot gods on several occasions to good results.
That's important.
Bird is still at work. Should be headed back this way soon and might hop in on the car to see if, that can work. If not, I might get one of those hegemophones that I got Dizzle. But glad to have y'all. Glad to have y'all. How's everybody doing? We are at a pretty good spot, I think, for a party member to be missing, especially Bob having turned into a caterpillar once again. But you are in town. And stuff
Right,
that you want to do in town is
Fortunately, this evening, the merchant is going to be quite difficult without Bob.
Yes. Yes, Bob is the silver tongue of the group. How do you say no to that face?
You know?
Not if you know what's good for you.
That should be the name of the ability. Can't say no to this face. But,
Probably need to pick a road.
yeah. I fleshed out the town a little bit since last you guys came in. But there's, of course, the Highridge Inn that you recall, the Silver Anvil, which is the smithy. In between those is the Golden Mortar General Store. Out back behind is the place for all the caravans and markets and shit. Or, well, between that and the Town Hall / Shrine. That is, of course, where all the proceedings were held about the Mage's Tower. So it's a bit of a sore spot.
Not a place I want to go.
But good for sore spots is the Crystal Spring out back of the High Ridge Inn. The waters are said to have minor healing properties.
Well, that could be a nice stop as well.
Yeah. On the far side of town, over near the East Road and the East Gate and the South Gate, is the more, I don't know, I want to say domestic areas. There's the Miners Guild Hall, there's housing, and there's the Rusty Nail Tavern.
Did we have any supporters in town? Was there anybody who was on our side we could visit and say hi?
There were conspicuously few defenders. I think there were a couple of half-orcs, like a pair of twins, probably just orcs. But yeah, a pair of orcs stood up for you guys, but you're not sure if that helped or not.
Fair.
Weekend
Well,
at my father's corpse didn't help either, so...
Yeah. And the last place is the Wayfarer's Rest Stables, where you got Bartholomew.
Should we... I cover Bartholomew's ears as best I can, and look over to my fellow parent and say, I don't know if Bartholomew's going to be able to follow us where we need to go. Do we return him? Do we get a new horse?
try to see if get a horse. Think that's absolutely.
Cutting out a bit.
Okay, not just me.
Oh, I absolutely think good idea. He's just too large, too dangerous to go back and forth through the pass with him.
I sigh sadly and give Bartholomew one or two pats that hopefully he doesn't understand why he was pat.
Oh
Besides the
no!
fact that he's a good horse.
That is entirely why he thinks he was Pat.
He is.
Yeah, to the stable master first. One of us should probably just go so that Bartholomew doesn't overhear us.
Yeah, but how are we going to explain this? Turning over Bartholomew to...
We could lie and say he was shrunk. That doesn't right.
Dr. Theresa grimaces and say, but what if it doesn't look exactly like the big boy?
Yeah, I think Wigglesworth will understand that, like, because Bartholomew is a much loved and dear companion, that putting him at risk, staying in the mountains alone, is not ideal for a stabling situation.
Fair.
Just buffering. Give me a minute.
Wands are pretty cheap in this system. Reduce Animal's only a 2nd level spell. How much would just a wand of Reduce Animal be?
That would
Folios
be
on
good to
wands.
discover.
Because those are, you can use them once per day and then they recharge over the day. And
Oh,
that might
that
work.
would be pretty much perfect.
Yeah, and they're dirt cheap. The default one is like 60 gold.
If we could find somewhere that sells it, that would be I think, most suitable middle ground. Because I'd even be willing to spend 100 or 200 gold to be able to keep Bartholomew. He's our trusted friend at this point.
It looks like it's on page 282 of the Game Master Manual, but I can't read it on Nethys. It's a bunch of words, no numbers.
Said it was on page what of the core rulebook?
282.
282.
At very
Gotcha.
least, that's where every single section of the Wand rules links to.
282.
And it's the Game Master, right?
Oh, I don't have that one yet.
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, the GM Core. Okay, no, here we go. A 2nd level spell is 160 gold pieces. What a weird price curve. It's 60 gold, then 160 gold, then 360 gold, then 700, and then 1500.
Huh.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be like a consistent... Yeah, because then 9th level, which makes sense, but a 9th level wand is 40,000, with an 8th level being like, and granted, like, a 9th level wand could be like a wand of wishes or something like that. But, like, the fact that you can get 2 8th level wands for the price of a 9th level, or you could get 2 8th, a 7th, and a 6th for the price of a 9th level, and, like, just imagining what you could do with all of those spell slots just once per day as, like, pocket items just seems more worth it to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally. Fucking hell. Alright, so the Wayfarer's Rest Stables is a sprawling complex of fenced paddocks. It provides care and shelter for travelers' mounts and livestock. The air as you approach is filled with the comforting sounds of nickering horses, bleating goats, and the rustling of hay. You've met the family who runs the place before when you bought Bartholomew. They didn't show up for your legal issues, but they didn't show up against you either. They're a family of halfling. The patriarch is Old Tom Cottonwood. He is telling off his grandkids for being lazy. When you walk up, they see you walking up and run off into the complex of stables. Old Tom curses after him. Y'all better be getting work done. Dusts off his hands and looks over. Oh, but isn't Grippy and the doctor, right?
Dr. Thrace, yes.
What brings you in? He got a rock in his shoe? I can fix that right up.
Over the table, it looks like we won't be able to cast that spell unless it's on our spell list, even if we got the wand.
Oh.
Yeah. And I think it might eventually be on Druid. Let me double check. Yeah, it's Druid 2, Ranger 3. So
I wouldn't get 2nd level druid spells until almost like 7th or 8th level.
yeah. So I guess we gotta turn in our good friend for something smaller.
Old Tom is going on about, I'm sorry, I heard about your recent legal issues. I couldn't be there myself. You know how it would look, right? I sell animals. If I were to go around saying that, animals were people and had property rights, then it'd make me that'd make this slavery now, wouldn't it?
Perhaps.
It's not slavery. Semantics.
How's your slave doing?
Unfortunately,
Fantastic.
he is too big. We have had to leave him behind more than once because he would not fit through passages the rest of us would. We have come to see if we could exchange this fine Bartholomew for a smaller horse.
Ah, okay. Let's see here. You looking for something smaller? Got some mountain ponies might do you good.
I was just about to ask if there was any that were good on mountainous passes or rocky terrains, as we found ourselves traveling through them quite a bit.
Oh yeah, much more common than the draft horses here. We usually only get them up through the Silver Road, up from the valley.
He is a truly marvelous horse. I wish we were able to bring him with us more frequently. Can't risk his...
Fine specimen. What you been feeding him?
Oh,
A
just the feed
bag
we
of
bought
feed
from
we
you.
got from you.
He'll hem and haw and try to find an excuse to drop the price. One of you make a diplomacy check, or whatever our equivalent is.
Yeah, it should be diplomacy, but I'm not saying that.
Pulling up
Could I
Twitch
make
now.
a nature check to argue about how good the...
It would be a higher DC, but yes.
Okay.
Diplomacy is one, yes.
I think I'd just have a better shot going for that, even with a higher DC, because it's a +0 versus +6.
Okay. Go for it.
20 total.
+1.
Yeah, every flaw he points out, you're able to explain away as a good reason why, and that's normal. And he's not really able to haggle the price down at all. He'll trade you straight up, horse for horse.
And it's not even that Grippy's trying to haggle, he's just like defending Bartholomew as a fine answer, just like completely straight faced and being like, but he's so wonderful.
We've had him for 3 days. But he eventually wears down and will trade you horse for horse. They've got a good number of mountain ponies. They've got an old retired donkey who's good for carrying loads but not fit for riding. And one of our mares foaled recently, so we've got a foal who's weaned and ready to be trained. If you were looking to do some of the training yourselves, he'll accept bit and bridle and saddle.
Judging on the size of him, do I think he'd be large enough to ford the river where we need him to?
Sorry, spirited young mare.
She... Oh! Even better, because then we could name her Nicole.
Nicole.
Yeah. Honestly, she's just maybe a little bit smaller than the full-grown mountain ponies. She's not going to be a Clydesdale, but she will be a full-sized horse.
Do I think she'd be too big to get through the mountain path?
No, not at this age especially.
What do you think, Dr. Thrace?
I trust your natural studies to determine the finest mount available for us, Grippy.
Because I feel like if we raise the horse ourselves, and while young, would be more prone to, like, fearing and whatnot, but, like, we could raise her to be, like, more, like, train her like a war horse, more or less. So potentially be less likely to spook or, like, able to...
She here, I do feel obliged to tell you, she was in line to be training for warhorse, or at least her breed is, but unfortunately, her stallion, her father, shall we say, a bit of an ornery beast.
Take her.
Terribly unlucky, if rumors have it.
What was the father's name?
Oh, the father's name was Shadow. Rode in six different adventuring parties.
Dr. Thrace nods like this means something.
It's in her blood. We'll take her.
She's yours. She's quick, spirited, but I think y'all should be able to handle her. Saves me having to train her.
Perfect. Ah, so excited. A cult.
It's unlikely enough for a horse to survive one adventuring party, much less 6.
That horse was
I want to
resurrected
know.
several times.
Was the horse unlucky, or was the horse spreading unluck to were the parties that the horse was with unlucky? Because it sounds like 5 or 6 different groups died, and this horse outlived them.
Yep.
So it could have been actually the luckiest horse, just a very unfortunate party.
4 of its previous owners died to total party kills. 5th one was kicked in the chest by the horse, and the 6th one took an arrow to the knee.
They got married?
Looks at you stunned. What? Took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, a culture to the far north. That is how they describe themselves as having become married. Because you can no longer go on adventures. You are stuck at home.
Oh. He scratches his scrinkly little beard. Huh. Interesting. Never did get up north myself. Too cold for these bones.
Understand. I met several of them while I was at college.
There was a kid at one of the Boy Scout camps that I went to that got kicked in the chest by a horse. He did live, because it was just one leg, just did the quick back swat kick. Because immediately after being told not to walk behind horses, walked behind the jumpiest horse and made a loud noise. He almost won a Darwin Award that day.
Yep, motherfucker. He will have his grandsons go and fetch the foal, spirited young mare. She comes out and she's giving the boys shit, bumping at them, and tries to shove one of them into a stall, but doesn't appear to be trying to get out of her saddle or bridle.
That's good, at least.
I know I'm getting all choked up.
Now, did Bartholomew have attack?
Yeah, we bought attack.
Okay. Then, yeah, we'll trade those over.
Very kind of you. After all's said and done, I do want to give him a gold for the trouble.
Thank you there. I should be able to upsell this one. He shifts a thumb over to Bartholomew. I should be able to upsell this one, now he's been on an adventuring party.
And
Dr. Thrace smiles sadly and says, "Here, have his hat. It's fitted for a crossbow."
He just stares at it. What? Did you say fitted for a crossbow?
Dr. Thrace nods solemnly.
he looks at the crossbow hat and looks nervously over at Bartholomew. It's one thing to purchase a horse. It's another thing to purchase a horse who's been armed.
We weren't going to leave him unarmed. We left him alone.
That speaks to his character, I guess. Is there anything else you need?
We should probably get a new bag of feed, but that will do us.
Goats I sell you last time? They last you on your travels, I hope.
Yes, they were most helpful. They were helpful, but I'm lying if he thinks I'm saying they're still alive. We need to make a check.
No, that's vague enough. He seems to assume that they were eaten anyway. But you need to buy some more goats.
No,
I think we're
he's happy to sell them to you.
Necessary.
All right then.
Grippy looks very sad.
He'll bid you farewell and lead Bartholomew back into the stables.
Tears.
Looks back at you with a betrayed. Looks back at you with a betrayed expression.
Dr. Thrace is hugging Grippy and crying.
Grippy's new life goal is to learn how to speak to animals.
Yes. Yes, that's a good life goal. Nicolt will nudge you and try to bowl you over,
We are very small. It would be very easy.
especially seeing as neither of you are expecting it, crying and hugging each other.
Aw, Herm cares.
She gives a quick harumph and a clop.
I'll pet her snoot.
She seems to enjoy this for about
Yeah, good hand,
4 seconds.
Nicolt.
No,
Does she
never
jump
mind. She seems like she's about to enjoy this. And then you actually stroke the horse's nose with your sticky, slimy hand.
Oh,
And yeah, she tries to bite you,
yeah.
but you got a pretty high AC, so probably not gonna hit. No,
Just gets a mouthful of goop for the effort.
she looks offended.
I'll look around to see if there's a carrot I can feed her.
Not here. You could probably go to the market, or you could probably head back inside and find Old Man Cotton or one of the grandkids. They'd probably sell you some.
Ooh, I wonder if anybody around here has made any preserved apple. That would be a preserved apple slice. Would be a great treat to bring along for Nicolt. Maybe to the market indeed.
The market is bustling. It's mostly foodstuffs that's sold here. They're considering the general store nearby, but there are the couple of caravans who are parked, including
Possible to approach from a direction not immediately visible by Garrett.
Yeah, make me a stealth check.
Sounds like that roll went really well.
11.
Okay, 11's not bad. This is a crowded marketplace. You can get away with not being spotted by a person with a 10.
Fair. We're small. Yeah, try to find a produce stand.
Oh, there are a number of them. Nicolt seems very interested in all of them.
Whichever one she walks towards first. One
The nearest one.
sick. Perfect.
It is in fact selling vegetables and fruits and stuff, so yeah, if you'd like to buy some apples or carrots, you can.
Yeah. Both. I'll grab one of my spare sack and unfold it and just fill that bitch up.
Apples are copper each, carrots are copper for 2.
So a sack would probably fit like 10 or 15 of each.
Yeah.
Out to about a silver. Maybe if silver 5 copper or 2 silver.
Yeah, something like that. Silver 5
Would
copper.
They have change for a gold.
I think so, she says. She will take the gold piece and hand you back 6 silvers and 12 coppers.
Sounds right to me.
She looks relieved and nods. She's not that good at math.
I also don't want to run the old lady out of change.
Putting the gold coin away, tucked under her dress, probably into her boot.
Grippy
Well?
says as she puts the thing into her boot.
What'd you say?
"Eat."
Beat.
As she puts the gold into her boot. That's just what Grippy's response is.
Just, okay then.
I would like to take the produce we just acquired and offer it to Nicole with a pat that is not sticky.
Is wary about the pat after last time, but will accept the food, and in doing so, accept the pats. Nicolt takes a step closer to to Dr. Thrace. She's found a favorite.
I know what my next stop is. I want to get horse petting gloves.
Yes. Asking for directions, you can find somebody who sells gloves. It's over nearer to the miners' district. Because the only gloves that are, sold around here are the heavy duty ones.
Ah,
No dainty lord's gloves here. But, as a matter, they are cheap.
and honestly, that's probably better because, dainty thin gloves would probably get saturated through with goop. Because, it's not like it's ripping off of me, but, thin gloves be thin.
Exactly. So yeah, while heading over there past the Miners Guild House and the Rusty Nail Tavern, you find a miner's store, basically. It's not exactly, I don't know, as the general store that is like on the beaten road is more for travelers. This one doesn't even have a name above it, just has a pickaxe nailed above the front door.
Perfect.
Headed in there, there is a gruff dwarf who is stuff up on shelves and tending to the racks. Looks over at y'all. The fuck are you doing here?
I need gloves.
All right, Silver. He'll go over to a box and bring them over to you. Finding what, putting them up next to your hands to see which size is good.
Also, if you happen to have some rope while I'm here, save me a trip to the general store and, supporting the business a little off the beaten path.
Yeah, not here for your business, but if you need rope, I've got it.
What's wrong with my business?
Are you a miner?
No, I'm an adult.
He looks like he's about to say something. Stops. We don't get many of your kind around here.
Really? This is
Adventurers
our
rare
hometown.
these days.
Like I said, I mostly deal with the miners.
Kind of
Oh,
treated
Rippy,
it
I
as
think
one
he means
around
people
here.
who work with ore.
Oh, I was worried it was a pedophile.
He looks back and forth at you like he has no idea what either. He has no idea what the second meaning of minor is, nor does he know what a pedophile is.
We're sorry for the confusion, sir.
Pedophile. I've got some files for the pickaxes, but if you adventurers think you're gonna sweep in and buy up my entire stock, the miners need this shit and can't wait around for another delivery. He
We
glares at
understand.
you.
Fine. I'll just take the gloves and be on my way.
Silver. He'll hand over the gloves. Grumbling, he gets back to work.
Outside, is there anybody around?
Yeah, it's middle of the day. There's folks wheeling carts around. Some people pulling donkeys. Others just walking over to the Rusty Nail or
Does he have a
stumbling home drunk
doormat?
from it. He does not have a doormat, no. He just
I
has
was
the
gonna shit
pickaxe above the
underneath
thing.
it. Because, it's bad to shit on top of the doormat. Sure, they have to, wipe it off or something. But if you shit underneath the doormat, they open their door in the morning and they're like, "What's that smell?" And they step outside and they smear it into their doormat.
Yep.
Damn.
Turn the doormat
I'm
upside
gonna go.
down first. So it gets into the
Rippy,
deck
you're
with
going to get us
fibers.
run out of this town again if you're not careful.
I was gonna come back at night and do it, but he doesn't have one, so tragic.
Grippy shaking his head sadly. Tragedy.
Coming to
Anything else you're getting? Anywhere else you're going?
the general store to get rope.
Gotcha.
Oh, and maybe restock up on our ration. We have 10 days left.
Yes. You come in to find the same sweet smell of an apothecary that you did prior. There are as many jars of herbs as there are anything else in this place, and the elven proprietor nods as you come in. Welcome in.
Maeve, it is great to see you.
Good to see my fine bipedal fellows.
Due to some unfortunate falling shenanigans, I lost all of
Oh
my
my
rope.
god, did Bob die?
No,
Bob.
No. I open the familiar pouch and say, Bob's sleeping.
Okay. You did old Master Caracus ever talk to y'all about what happens when something goes to sleep for like a really long time?
I've been to
Yeah,
college. I am aware of what death is. Bob is
Oh,
literally
okay.
taking a nap.
yeah, I've killed a man.
Oh, my condolences.
It was largely an accident, but it was my responsibility. Misunderstood. He was
It's
a bandit.
complicated.
It's complicated.
What do you need?
I lost my rope and could probably use a restock up on ration.
Of course. Did you ever find those? Did you ever get those goats you were talking about last time?
We
Uh,
did.
And you're all still alive. I could have sworn that was just a children's fairy tale.
No, it worked.
At the cost of some goat, but it worked.
I suppose it could just be a bribe. She shrugs. In any case, not in the habit of sacrificing living creatures to trolls.
No,
Yeah, no. Bob was
we found
upset.
She'll take down some rope and some rations. Regular player's handbook prices for them.
right now. I get 3 lengths of rope.
Did you all hear about what happened to the spring behind the Highridge Inn?
No, what happened?
Someone, and we haven't figured out who, decided to paint profane words all over the shrine.
Oh
that's
my.
horrible. Do we know what
The mountain deity, Mora, has not been happy of late. Her brother has been known to be overprotective. She nods south in the direction of the volcano.
Oh,
Do we know the volcano god's name?
Embro.
Embro. Ember brother. Good point.
And from
Well-
your studies, Dr. Thrace, you would be aware that these are local deities. They aren't widely worshipped outside of your region.
Minor gods. Actually, since they're mountains, they're probably minor gods and minor gods.
They're fairly young as well. They might be minor gods.
Very minor in triplicate.
She will chuckle at the wordplay. If you do happen to catch the vandals, I'm sure the mayor has put out a reward.
We may have to look into it.
Indeed.
In lieu of that, we're still trying to remove the graffiti. It has proven unsuccessful without damaging the shrine. If you could find a way to remove it, I'm sure there's also a similar reward in it for you.
Dr.
Over the
Thrace has checked out of the conversation and is thinking about solvents.
She says that she has put in an order for a variety of solvents, but they're not expected to arrive for at least a month.
Oh,
The only stuff delicate enough, if we wanted to spend 500 to 1,000 gold, we could get it done. But short of paying some pretty high-powered and usually disreputable casters for it, we are left with the mundane ways. Let us hope that Embro can contain his fury on his own until we get the shrine repaired.
hopefully we'll be able to find the culprits, and maybe Grippy hasn't studied religion much. Maybe we throw them into the volcano.
That could do to appease Embro, but I think again, I'm not in the habit of sacrificing living things. I believe that a sufficient offering to Mora could buy her silence for a time, but with the shrine, one would have to find her on the mountain.
Can I use my herbalism lore to know if there's any local plant that could work as solvent?
This is a half general store, half apothecary.
Oh,
She's if it's possible, it's beyond her skill.
which means probably beyond mine.
Anything else? I think that we've got a few magical trinkets in from the caravan.
Oh, yes. Oh, I was also thinking while we were here, buying a dagger or two for Bob. 'Cause I don't believe Bob has any melee weapons at all. Not that Bob is ideally going to be stabbing things.
We've got knives and things here, but anything heavier, you're going to want to go over to the Silver Anvil.
Do you
Oh,
have
right.
pitons? We found ourselves in quite a pickle, lacking any.
Indeed, I do. I get them over from the Silver Anvil, but, not everybody wants to make the trek over there.
Fightin', 1 copper piece.
Let's grab an armload.
She is happy to sell them to you.
Say 5 of them. Righty. Then I guess going over to the Silver Anvil I guess it would make more sense to get a short sword because dagger bards are proficient with it, so might as well get a short sword instead of a dagger.
For her magic items, she has a potion of healing, a greater, a scroll of restoration, a wand of summon animal, and a small variety of spell hearts.
That
They look to be dried up animal hearts bound in leather with runes carved on them. They allow the user to cast a specific primal innate spell once per day. One of them is a healing spell, one of which is Entangle, and the last one is Speak with Animals.
Bards are proficient in martial weapons in general. That's insane.
Oh,
Yeah, battle axe on the table.
do we want any of the spell hearts? I feel like having Entangle once a day could be quite useful for dealing with group. Just being able to hold people in place while we whittle down their numbers.
I'm not against it. You're in charge of our finances, Grippy, and I trust you to grab what's useful.
How much would the spell heart for Entangle cost?
First level spell, 100 gold.
Okay.
How many times can you use it? Just over and over?
Once per day, but
On our spell list.
I don't believe so, no. I'm going to say it doesn't. I was told that these have a shelf life of 1 year, after which they will become inert.
How long have they existed up to now, then?
The trader told me they'd been made in the last 2 months, but it could easily be twice that.
it's a steep investment, but I think that's worth it, personally.
All right, then she will happily trade them over. In fact, very happily, she seems glad to be rid of the thing.
And how much would the healing potion cost, just because getting an extra one would be...
Healing potion greater. That one is 400 gold pieces. It will bring someone from the brink of death. 6d8 plus 20.
Yeah, I think gonna hold off on that.
It's here if you need it. I haven't sold it in 12 years.
What about the healing spell heart? Which could be worth it to have that too, just as like an additional once per day heal.
Let's see. Okay. So, spell hearts are permanent items that work similarly to talismans. Talismans, you spend 10 minutes affixing a talisman to an item, placing the item on a stable surface, and using the repair toolkit. So, it's something that has to be attached to an item, and only one of them can be attached to an item at any time.
I think I'd attach... Who do we want? I think it would make the most sense for Grace to hang on to it, right?
As a powerful healing item? I suppose I can.
Oh, the Entangle one that we already have, and then the healing one, I was just seeing what level of...
I'm working on that. Oh, looks like these ones are all named.
Oh, man.
She will say that she does not know.
Okay. What's she asking for it?
100 like the other two?
What do you think, Grace?
What are our funds looking like? Can we afford that?
We have about 100 left.
It's a good investment.
I think so too. Yeah, so we'll do that.
Okay.
I almost wonder if I should hang on to the healing one since I run a little faster.
Up to you.
Or at least at next level I'll run a little faster. I get faster next level. I guess that's metagaming, but... Oh no, that's 3rd level. So I guess that's 6 one way, half a dozen the other.
Yeah, one way or the other, it's gonna happen.
All right.
I guess just you can hang on to that one too. We'll figure out what to attach it to that way. Because I'm the most likely to be unable to move to somebody. I guess would make the most sense. Because if I'm engaged in combat, I can't exactly withdraw easily.
You are in the thick of it, ain't you?
Yeah.
All right. I could not find a spell heart that specifically healed, but I found the one that is related to healing.
Okay.
It is worth quite a lot more than what you paid for it, because the merchant had no idea what it was.
Hell yeah.
I put the item description in resources.
Is the Entangle one just more of a homebrew?
Looks like it.
A Tanglevine heart.
Yes.
Love that.
I'm basically ruling that as a wand.
Hell yeah. It's going to
A
be
wand of Entangle.
super helpful.
Hello, hello.
Yes, yes. Can you hear
Bird
me?
just joined, but is muted.
Ah, okay.
Can folks hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
And here.
Alrighty.
Yay! We once again get the...
I just got done picking peaches, and they are wonderful and juicy, and I've got Peaches by President of the United States going through my head so fucking hard right now.
What else is peaches? Like sex on, huh?
Now it's going through my head. Thank you.
Anytime.
Vital
That's
Beacon
one of my
is
superpowers.
insane as a spell.
What's that do?
It's got sunflowers. I have to come out and get some at some point. Oh, they're so cute.
Vital Beacon is what comes with the base level of that feather. Vitality radiates outward from you, allowing others to supplicate and receive healing. Once per round, either you or an ally can use an interact action to supplicate and lay hands upon you to regain hit points. The first one's
It's a
4,
heal slut.
and the second one's
Yes.
4d8, the third one 4d6, and the fourth 4d4.
Oh my god. It's a heal slut, but for Pathfinder.
Yep. As you step
It's
out of
God
the general
busy or
store.
what?
Huh?
My computer just shut off, so I will get that back up and running, but I'll be on the call from my phone until I do that.
Gotcha.
Am I muted for you?
I can hear you.
Can hear you?
I cannot hear Dizzy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
what
may have
thought.
her muted because of the last time we did game.
Yep,
that's
what I
why.
figured.
That's why.
Hear me now.
Okay, try now.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Yay!
It was so we didn't have feedback last time.
Yep, totally.
So we just got a feather for 100 gold. I'm glad we went for that.
Is it soft?
Oh,
It's a shimmering
we
red
got
and
a-
gold feather, seeming almost metallic, although delicate and flexible to the touch.
I really want to chew on it.
Wigglesworth, we have some news.
Wigglesworth's eyes go wide.
Looking around, you see a small black mare tied up to the post outside the general store they'd apparently just walked out of.
Okay. Did we buy the mare too?
Yes.
Wait, what happened to Bartholomew?
We had to return him to the stables since it wasn't safe for us to bring him with us on our trap. We can still visit
roll an
anytime
insight.
we come to town. And we made a new friend, Nicole.
Nicole?
Nicole, with a T. Like
Ah,
Colt, the
Nicole.
young horse.
Yes. Nicole. Wonderful.
She's young, but we'll get to raise her, and we were thinking about going across the street and getting you a murder stick.
Murder stick?
Like a
Yeah,
dagger.
a dagger or a sword, or we also, over the table, discovered that bards are martial weapon proficient in this system.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So, also battle axe is on the table? I guess technically so would a great sword.
Yeah, technically. I have 4 hands. Does that mean I can have 2 two-handed weapons? I have 4 hands!
They'd have to be very small weapons.
Yeah,
I could have 2 sets of katanas.
because it usually takes you two of your hands just to hold a regular-sized object.
Yeah, that's true. Naked people.
So
With
just
above
go
table.
over there, have you look at some weapons and whatever calls to you, you know? I hope that I can always keep anybody from ever getting within the reach of your weapon, but as I saw with the wolves the other day, that's not always the case.
Yeah,
Learning my limits.
I still have a puncture wound in my side. It's all good. Yeah, murder stick might be a little useful. Yep, let's do that. Let's do that.
All right, you all approach the Silver Anvil. It's a fancy-looking shop, clearly the pride of the town.
And a terrible material to make an anvil out of.
You can, when you enter, you can tell that the anvil's not actually made of silver.
I leave in disgust.
If we had rights, we could take him to court. False advertising.
You genuinely and just go, we don't have rights. That's why we lost the house. Remember?
Yeah, we've been discussing that with the townspeople. But my computer's back up and on. I will be right back.
Okay.
Gotcha. Ooh, there's a tavern out in the middle of the nowhere, and I'm fighting here to go there.
Oh,
It
I
just says
noticed that
tavern.
Want to go? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's out by Savi's.
Nice.
Hello, am I?
Hello.
Ooh,
Sounds like you are, in fact, audible.
Ideal.
Fantastic. Inside the Silver Anvil, there are a few people at work back by the forge and the billows. A tall, built, stern-looking man will come on over and take a towel and wipe his brow. Toss it back to where he left it. Oh, what can I get you?
My son needs a weapon.
All right.
Bob proudly on the back.
Bob is practicing his punches that he has watched his father perform.
Spirited little folk. Do you want me to get him one of those special weapons? He winks at Grippy.
I am 30 years old!
You are like 16 weeks old.
You don't know how old that is in my culture. I don't have a culture. You took that away from me.
You're a culture of one, as equally valid as a culture of 1 billion.
Dr. Mom, that sounds nice. That really sounds nice coming out of your mouth. But what does it mean? It has no meaning.
It means that your viewpoint is equally as valid as anyone else's.
And I'll break their fingers if anybody says otherwise.
Bob will just nod, happy with this answer.
Little fist bump brace. We have successfully parented from Grippy's point of view.
I got plenty of daggers.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah, we were just gonna take a look and see what called to him.
I've already got a dagger.
If you see something, flag me down. I'll wave off and go start shouting at some of his assistants that they're doing it wrong.
You should be nicer to your subordinates. There's more of them than there are of you.
Yeah, but I'm taller than all of them stacked on top of one another, so I get to make the rules.
Yeah, how much do you weigh? Bob will just stare at him dead ass.
Hey, he's walking away. He doesn't respond to that one.
I will look at the workers, and each of them I will raise the eyebrows for how much does he weigh?
They're more got their heads down. They're just trying to do their work. They don't want to be dragged into this.
Damn it!
Well, does any of these weapons in particular call to you?
Knowing like a flail or a mace or something, I think he'd be pretty cool with one of those. Just swing and it breaks someone's head.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You can pick up a mace or a flail.
Wonderful. Oh, it's making me go the twisty way down 127. Fuck.
Flail is 8 silver.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Change for a gold?
He looks over and says, "I don't do change."
So it's a gold.
Morningstar is a gold. Buy that.
And what's the specs on the Morningstar?
D6 bludgeoning. It is versatile.
That means it can be held in either hand? What does that mean?
I think that means it can be either strength or dex.
Ooh, okay. That's nice. It's like finesse.
Yeah.
I'm checking. Weapon trade. Versatile can be used to deal a different type of damage than the listed in the entry.
Wonderful.
So,
So
yeah.
I could do like piercing instead of bludgeoning because of the spikes. I could argue for
Yep.
that. Wonderful. I love it.
The flail is just bludgeon, but has a disarm, sweep, and trip attack options.
Okay. And the Morningstar does not?
Correct.
Bob will look to his parental figures and go, what do you guys think?
Whichever one you want. I'm fine paying a gold for something that they prefer.
I know, but which is more useful, being able to slice something or being able to trip something?
As adventurers, it is important for us to keep a variety of damage types available to us in case we come across a monster that is immune to the damage type we most usually have. So I would say the weapon that can be used for bludgeoning or slashing damage is more useful.
It's bludgeoning or
There's
piercing.
logic
but
in
yes.
that.
Same thing. I'm a wizard. I don't use those shitty mundane damage types. And then I like make a little show of magic.
One of the assistants will come over and take your money and get one of the weapons off the rack for you.
Wonderful.
Speaking of this, is there anywhere in town that I could learn a spell from? I know it costs some money and time, but I really want to learn Summon Instrument the cantrip.
Ooh.
I understand if there
Rather-
isn't, but
You heard there was a bard hanging out at town hall recently? I say you heard. You heard a few of the songs?
we heard the plink, plink-a-dink, dink-a-dink-a, dink-a-dink.
Yeah, that you are all subject to various mangled rhymes, because a caterpillar, a frog, and a hedgehog walk into a bar is just the beginning of enough bard songs for him.
Oh, and now that Bob's up, we can trick that merchant.
But yes, if you would like to brave the town hall, then yes, you may.
Could
Don't
we
they
check
still
out
hate
the
us there?
shrine first?
Yeah.
Oh, they still hate us. Yeah, nobody in town's been happy with us except for, like, the guy who sells horses. And we appear to be friendly with the alchemist. But that's about it. Everybody else has pretty much told us to go fuck ourselves.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Steelmaster
yeah.
offered his apologies, but he can't very well say that animals have rights, seeing as he sells them. That would make what he does slavery, and he's not quite okay with that.
And then I pointed out that it already was.
And
they
then
asked
you
us
bought a
to
Don't
horse.
change the name.
Liberated a horse.
And then
A
sold
baby.
the horse back. And then got a
Yeah,
new
and
horse.
My God! What is wrong with you?
Bartholomew wasn't gonna fit where we needed to go. I loved him. I made sure Bartholomew had his hat.
Bob is wailing.
We had that crying moment ourselves. It's okay, Bob. Let it out.
I always see that yowling cat every time I picture Bob crying. It's just,
Nick Holt tries to bowl you over.
I will blow my nose into her fur.
She seems wildly offended by this.
I will say thank you.
She goes over and walks over to stand next to Dr. Thrace with a humph.
Bob the horse doesn't like me.
Nicole doesn't seem like any of us yet, but we will figure this out.
She is nibbling on your
And
sleeve
the
as you
horse
say
hates
this.
us.
Does it seem like the horse is going to actually be able to eat the sleeve if I don't pull it away?
It might tear it. Probably won't eat it.
I'll let the horse nibble for a minute before we move on. I do think we should check out the shrine before we go to the mayor's office, because I have one or two non-mundane options for removing that marking that I'd like to try.
Couldn't we buy like just a scroll of murder and go after our uncles?
There's a lot of
have the
people
money.
who have to murder in this town.
Okay, but if our
Also-
uncles was dead, then who else would claim the house?
The town.
Yeah, we'd be under arrest and executed, and then it would become the town's property.
Yeah, me, motherfucker. Oh, fuck. Sorry, bad wreck.
Oof. The gate to the springs is out behind the inn.
There's a swimming pool? There's a swimming pool?
There's a guard standing outside the gate. The gate is closed. He looks grumpy.
Hello!
Bob is now shaking Grippy. There is a swimming pool!
There's a holy pool, which I have heard has been defaced, Sir Guard. Is this true?
Indeed it has.
I was speaking with the alchemist about it, and would like to see if I can attempt to remove the graffiti myself. May we please come in?
Yeah, ordinarily you'd need a token from the inn to use the baths, but seeing as nobody's in there right now, go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Did the token man die?
No, Token Man's inside.
That makes very little sense.
As you walk in, it makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, there are kegs everywhere. There are multiple floating patches of unnameable something in the spring. And the big shrine at the head of it that shows a woman standing on a mountain, on the tip of a mountain, arms outstretched. It and the plinth that is on are covered in glowing symbols.
Magic graffiti? Oh, shit.
The first one says poo.
Oh, crap.
The second one is a picture of a penis.
Prick.
You're gonna have to stop Bob from touching that one, because he is now wanting to poke it.
Fart head and a series of inane, incoherent, and immature swear words.
That's brutal. The idea was prestidigitation, but can I instead study these runes for a little bit with, I think, maybe Arcane or something to see if I know what would actually have to be used to remove a spell like this?
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
I could just try casting Sanctuary on Dad and have him kick it. See what happens.
We found out that the brother to this mountain deity is very, very protective.
And a volcano.
Okay.
And a volcano.
I don't know what that is.
Big mountain that goes.
Mountains go.
Sometimes, especially if there's an angry god living in them.
Stay in one place!
I don't know the difference between Arcana and Occultism, so I don't know which one you would want.
It would be Arcana.
Okay. Looks like they are all but 7, so it should...
Wonderful.
Pull some knife out.
I'm so hungry.
Peaches.
Yes, I know, but I can't eat them in the car because they're so juicy. It would be a fucking mess.
I got a 23.
Fuck yeah.
16 plus 7.
Go, Dr. Mom.
I went to college.
Dr. Mom and Psych Ward Dad.
Dr. Frankenstein Granddad, too.
Yep. Please tell me our grandfather was actually Dr. Frankenstein.
No, his name was Crassius, I think.
Caracas.
He could have a last name.
Yeah, but it was embarrassing, so he never told any of us. That's why he lives out in the woods.
It's gotta be Frankenstein. Either that or Rumpelstiltskin.
First name's Kerr and his last name's Caracas.
Current monarch of Arrakis. I found it out. That's the planet from Dune, right? Arrakis? I've never read, watched, or played Dune.
None of the above. I do not know.
It is the name of the planet, yes.
Oh, good. I should play Dune.
There's actually a really good article that I read about someone who was talking to the creator of Dune about, like, why he uses the blue stuff and how it's connected to, like, first of all, psilocybin, and second of all, being trans. It's really weird!
I bet.
Okay, I just made it in, so it's gonna take me a minute to get upstairs.
All right.
Okey-doke.
I'm gonna take a quick second.
Yeah, we're not
Right.
going nowhere. We're fostering some new kittens, so I'm going to go into the other room to go say hi to them. But my microphone will remain in here. Bye. I'll come running back when you come back. Sadly, the kittens are hiding under a bed. I can't reach them.
Aw. I'm trying to find a spell that could do that.
There should be something that's like erase writing. Since they had to rename everything, I don't know what it would be called.
Right?
I feel like
But,
erase would probably still be erase, just because, like, when Wizards of the Coast tried to trademark Space Marines, it was deemed too generic of a term for it to be a copyrightable, like, name.
Did you hear about the time they tried, after making an Indiana Jones RPG, to copyright the word Nazi?
I did not
That's
see it coming.
Yeah, the lawyers from that company had like a Darwin Award thing going for like 20 years. I think it was TSR, the TSR Lawyer Award for whoever tried to make just who tried to copyright the most absurd thing that year won. Not like a real thing, but just like, and people at the end of the year going, and who made the stupidest lawsuit this year? My bet this year is for Disney trying to say that somebody having signed up for Disney Plus made Disney immune from being sued when they killed someone at one of their restaurants.
wow.
Is that part of their terms and service on Disney Plus? Like,
If you sign up for a trial of Disney Plus, one of the little headers under it says that you have to go to
Arbitration.
arbitration with Disney. You can't sue them. So when somebody died of an allergy attack in one of their restaurants, the first thing they did at court was like, yeah, we should dismiss this. In the terms of service, it says. Because they signed up for a trial of Disney Plus multiple years ago.
and that's just like lifetime bonding, like after doing that's so ridiculous. Did it work?
That the court case started like a day or two ago, so we're still up in the air, I think. But I see
Oh
this
my
one
God.
not going down on Disney's side in a good way.
That would be cool for them to have two major losses in a year. First Steamboat Willie, and
Then the
next getting
stupidest clause in a
two.
contract I've ever heard. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's so wild because it's like the ability to take somebody to court is like a civic right that you have as a
As a
like a
citizen,
citizen of the U.S. So it's like you can't actually sign away your basic rights because you don't own them. The government does. Like, you know, via being like registered through like Social Security and shit, you don't actually own your basic rights. So you can't
lose them.
give them up unless it's in a situation with where you're dealing directly with the government. Like, you can give up your right to having legal counsel, you know, when you're arrested and whatnot. Like, you can choose to cede rights because you're ceding them to the state that owns, you know. I feel like
My friends from South America were like, that's so insane. There's no way that would pass. It would just get kicked over by the first judge that saw it. And then it's like, yeah, but this is America. This is going to become a whole thing.
yep, and then it's gonna set the precedent for us having even less rights because it shouldn't work, but it might.
But Disney owns any part of the government it decides it wants to.
Yeah,
At one point, didn't it manage to get a part of the government that was trying to sue it, or like it was in legal trouble? It managed to get a part of the government like defunded so that they couldn't continue challenging Disney on it.
wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they've been delaying copyright laws for the past, like, what, 70 plus years. They've been getting it, like, knocked back every few years.
Oh, before I'm muted. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
I unfortunately need to mute for just 1 minute.
Gotcha. Now we plot to take over the world.
Okay, I'm back.
Wonderful. Yay. Alright, so you're pretty sure the spell that was used was Illusory Script, a first level spell, or its Pathfinder equivalent.
Okay, that makes sense. Glowing runes. And if I just try prestidigitate on these, it doesn't get rid of it, right?
It does, in fact, get rid of it.
It does? Oh, man. I look dejected, like, I'll try it anyways, and then seem genuinely surprised. We're like, what, that worked? So yeah, I'll go around and clean up all the illusory script I can find, and if my ability to clean also includes being able to get that gunk out of the shrine, I'll do that too.
We get a hero point back at the start of the game.
Yes.
You had my green pencil. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Did you lose the top?
Oh, wasn't I want to take that.
So yes.
It looks like in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, they've turned illusory script to a ritual that's like a targeted suggestion mine. Like you just leave it and somebody can walk into it? That's nuts.
Weird.
There's got to be a version that's closer to what you're looking for. Just the direct one-to-one illusory script is powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, can I look around for clues to who? Because, I mean, my intuition is telling me that it was kids based on the juvenile things, but maybe left something behind, or
Oh damn it! I should have taken a shield for one of my hands.
we
Still
can go back
going.
and yeah, still in town.
Yeah.
And we got here at the start of the day, and like we were just killing time, so like it's probably not much past like noon, would guess.
I know. I just don't want to back up game with shopping.
Yeah, that's part of the game. You're probably looking for a buckler at
Mhm.
your size and speed. And that'll only be 5 gold.
And
Yeah.
do you know if that's +1 or +2 to AC?
+1 armor bonus.
Brings me up to 18.
Thanks.
Would I do a I guess tracking? Oh no, survival. Would I do a tracking check or a perception check to search for?
Is there
It's the
investigation?
same bonus. Oh no.
Then the
I think-
maybe perception.
It might be
'Cause they
something
made
under the skill actions. It feels like they've made a bunch of skills just skill actions.
Right. Perception skill actions don't open up for me for some reason, so if I had to guess, I would guess it would be under perception. It's the same bonus for me either way, with +6.
No, not gather information. That's like asking rent.
Mostly on a 17, but god fucking damn it, open, clear a fucking rolling spot itself did. I just have that obstacle course shit on my fucking desk. Oh, but third time's the charm, nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Wonderful.
You said it's bludgeoning or piercing?
Yes.
And it's a d6.
Yes.
I've only got a +3 to hit with it, but I've got it.
So get your class bonus because you're trained with it, so,
That is my class bonus.
and then plus your dexterity, right?
Oh, right, because it's finesse. Or whatever the word is.
Or, yeah, because you went with the no, because you went with the star, right?
Yeah, I went with the Morning Star, so it's just a +3. Because I've got 0 strength.
Well, Grippy, you come across what you think to be pretty solid evidence. It seems to be someone by the name of Jinro Washer.
Wash.
Or at least that's what's spelled out in P on the back fence.
Okay.
Got him.
Got him. You're pissed. You're a
Investigate is a action. It uses recall knowledge as a secret check.
oh.
Recall and knowledge are neither on here, so what, would you just roll an int check, or fuck?
Recall knowledge is one you can do using a bunch of different is an action you can do using a bunch of different skills to just try and remember a bit of knowledge related to that skill.
Yeah, suggest a skill that you'd like to use. And ask the GM
Nature.
a question.
Yeah, that's circular shit.
It's like asking a question about the skill, like, about diplomacy, even if you like nature can be used to recall knowledge about nature.
Like if
Survival.
you're trying to remember what's poisonous or not.
Yeah. Same thing with survival. Recalling knowledge about survival. Where's a good
Okay.
spot to camp?
I got a little further in, and seek is an action that is perception. So it may be perception.
I
Because
think
perception wasn't overpowered enough.
I think seek is specifically for determining hidden people in the vicinity.
Oh, shit. The
Yes.
system's gotten so weird since last edition.
Seek implies that you already have a target in mind, that
Right.
you already know the target is there, and you're just going to find them there.
So I guess
Jinro Washer.
Washer. I guess now that we have business at Town Hall, we go to Town Hall. Maybe we'll be better received.
I'd like to show off what a good job I did to the guard first, and see if he'll come with us to show off that we figured out what happened and cleaned it up. They may
Hell
not
yeah.
take our word.
It's not the best hit ones. They're super.
So
The,
open the door, say, Mr. Guard, come look, I've cleaned it.
He'll look inside. The pool looks nice, but he'll point up to the altar, which has the words on it again.
It's back! Ooh. I'll walk up and try prestidigitation on it again and see how long it takes to regrow.
Ooh.
About an hour.
Ooh. 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 Can I cast Forbidding Ward on the altar against the words?
Probably. Protecting the ally against one specific enemy. Graffiti.
Yeah. And that way it could never have graffiti on it again. I just put Forbidding Ward on it.
It's sustained up to 1 minute,
Aw, damn it.
and I think that it would.
Would it come back after that, or would it be gone?
I think that if somebody were to try to graffiti it while it had Forbidding Ward on it, it wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's already graffitied, it's like you cast shield on somebody, they still have the stab wound from last round.
What if you cast Forbidding Ward on someone who is in the mouth of something that's biting them? What happens then?
If it's a separate attack roll each turn, then they would any subsequent chomps.
Yeah. Then I don't really know, guys. That was like my one option.
Is this spell supposed to regrow like that? Like, my knowledge of what spell I think did this, should it have reappeared like that if it's the spell I thought it was?
Can I check my bardic lore for inappropriate reappearing words?
Yes, you may.
If there is, it's a song called The Western Gate. I don't know why, but that's what it's called. Okay, bardic lore. It's +4. Come on, Wigglesworth. Oh, Wigglesworth, you fucking failed me. 6. Fucking God, literally my day. Fuck me.
You have to swear at the words loudly. If you do it loud enough, then they'll go away.
Oh, fucking shit!
What are you doing, Wigglesworth?
Show Dad first. Dad will understand what's going on first.
With each shout, the word that you shout gets slightly more transparent depending on how loud you shouted it.
Wigglesworth is shaking all of his fists. Just yelling, "Hunt!"
Dizzle, your headphones are making that weird sound. You need to unplug, detach them and attach them again.
The robot's got Dizzle.
No, Illusory script is the same across D&D 3.5 and Pathfinder 2nd edition. I wonder what spell I was thinking of.
There we go.
Did it fix?
Yes.
To cast a spell from a wand, it must be on your spell list. What's the point of a fucking wand?
It basically gives you a free spell slot every day.
The spell token. God.
Yeah, but you have to fill a spell token. This is filled with the same spell every day.
Yeah, I guess there's upsides and downsides to it.
Just to get a wand of fireball in once per day without having to worry about other spell slots.
As long as you know how to cast arcane spells, you can fire it.
Honestly, that would probably be really good for mage armor.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any long-term spells like that.
Yeah, just yelling the swear word at the thing, or yelling all of the different vulgarities.
As loud as you can. The louder, the better. So we have to do them at the same time. Let's harmonize. And Bob will Bob will strike a chord for us so we can harmonize for each fuck.
Would this count as a performance?
Yes, this
Yes.
is a screamo performance.
Yes, make me a performance check.
Wonderful.
Can
+7.
Wigglesworth use his ability to aid a performance check?
Yes.
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 Not
Okay.
Wigglesworth, Mr. Whiskers.
Mr. Whisker.
Yes. Is that a +1?
Yeah, it's a +1 to any performance check he helps with.
Yes.
So I got +8.
Nice.
12.
12.
I need to buy you some holy water to let your dice just float in between sessions to clean them out.
This is my frog die too.
Rude.
I just want to curl up into a ball.
Well, maybe Inflict Stranger will make you feel better.
Oh, you have no idea. That's not even funny.
The song is not quite what you would have hoped. Then again, not many of these rhyme.
Poo and poo get rhymed quite a bit.
Yep. Fuck and fuck.
There's a lot of ducks in this song. A lot
Yes.
of hunts.
Yes.
Oh.
While they're screaming obscenities, I'd like to tell the guard about the name we found.
Oh, we should keep it secret so he doesn't steal our rewards. We don't have a right.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then I won't.
Oh, and just for fun, Wigglesworth is gonna yell out, "That guard is a total pussy!" It's one of the things. It's gone now. 4 thumbs up.
Yep. Glare from the guard.
They wrote it. It's gone now. You should be thanking me.
Why is your pupa thing shouting profanities in the shrine?
Would you take a fucking look? Bob will roll his head.
It's actually making them fade. Council's still probably not going to be happy about this.
No, that's why the only way to get rid of them was by saying them as loudly as possible, is because it's hilarious, because you fucking hate it.
Because no one would want to do it in a shrine!
Because if we anger the goddess of the shrine, then she tells her twin brother on us, and he controls he thumbs over at the volcano.
Wigglesworth will look at himself, and look at his mom, look at his dad, and go, would any god really do anything but laugh at the 3 of us yelling fuck in their shrine to try and clean their altar? Would any god do anything other than laugh?
Many would strike us with lightning bolts.
Embro has a shitty sense of humor. Luckily, you were in Mora's tent, so...
Luckily, I am adorable. Bob will wiggle his butt.
See, that probably is what's going to get you off. Hopefully it's enough for the town.
No,
Like,
they don't, they hate us.
What?
I'm simultaneously a baby and an old man.
What, do you want our town to get wiped out by a volcano?
No, actually has to think about it. They were pretty mean to us.
I let you in here without a pass.
No, you're cool. The town kicked us out of our house after our dad died. It was our house. He signed it to us and everything. Wigglesworth will pull out a tiny deed. Was written on a leaf when father had lost his facilities. Faculties.
He'll sigh and look at you all with a look you can't quite read. It's a mixture of sadness and resignation.
Are you our brother?
No, but I went to your court hearings, and now I'm a fucking vegetarian, thank you very much.
I still eat meat, and they eat bugs. They scare me. Actually, can I live with you?
Wait, you eat animals?
I eat leaves. Thank you. And sap. Sap is nummy. It's sweet.
It looks over incredulous at the frog and hedgehog.
They told me they eat grubs.
I mean,
How would
yeah,
you like
I
it if
would
someone
eat
told you
protein.
you eat humans?
What is wrong with you?
Thank you.
I think a more equivalent would be to say that I would be explaining to a human that I eat monkey. but I understand your concern. But I have never eaten a monkey. I've never seen a monkey in real life either, but I have never eaten a monkey.
Why didn't you eat me? Wigglesworth is now... You need to come up with a backstory for this, because Wigglesworth is now determined to figure out why the fuck you didn't just eat him.
Already know. You were father's familiar for several weeks.
How?
How? He did the same way he found the rest of us. He found us in the woods around town, brought us into the castle, and raised us as familiars, then awakened us with magic.
He was collecting grubs for you to eat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wigglesworth is vomiting!
One of them escaped and started eating his book. Shelby!
He was collecting food. He was collecting food for you.
I mostly eat fish.
Do we know fishmen yet?
Wait, is Fish fine? The guard is asking.
Do you know fishmen?
No?
Neither do I,
Are
so I
there
think
fish
so.
people?
I don't know, there might be. I'm a larva!
I feel like they would drown up here.
I think what's more important is that you don't eat things that are able to tell you, please don't eat me.
Exactly.
Oh, so if it can speak, it's fine? What about mutes?
Yes. That's a real rough spot to be in. Dr. Thrace does not give any further answer to that. You do appear to have found Dr. Thrace's line.
Terrible! Oh, the sadist hedgehog!
Been instructed to give this to anybody who managed to clean it up, and shit's out of the fountain, and looks like he cleared up the graffiti. I don't think the neighbors are going to be too much happy about it, but fuck him. I'm not in charge of that. He pulls out a bag and hands it over.
In the bag.
25 gold.
That's no one let them know how much that is, because that is a ridiculous amount for that.
No one that was not an adventurer could clean it, unless they figured out the riddle.
Wait, there is a riddle?
That's an 11 gold.
It's more of a mental trap than anything else. No. You've got to shout these as loud as you can. You want to get rid of the graffiti.
Bob was just feeling impressed that he broke the riddle without knowing the riddle. He broke the riddle without knowing the answer.
Is there any, visible or magical sign we can tell that the divinity has flowed back in since we fixed the shrine? Or does it not? Is there nothing that we can tell that things have changed?
Go take a sip from the pool.
Don't do that.
Uri coli. He'll look over. I mean, there's usually rainbows around the fountain up there, and I don't see any.
Can I use my dancing lights?
Yes.
I'm gonna put rainbows up there.
Oh, there they are.
Now I will drink.
Don't drink. Do not
Not
drink.
people bathe in there.
Bob is on his way.
I'm gonna grapple Bob.
We have to stop the baby.
Yeah.
Do I get an extra point for my 6 legs?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh shit!
I'm sure
Pathfinder
Dizzle's
does have
gonna
rules
win,
for
but-
more limbs. Oh shit! I know there actually are. God.
Uh-huh.
Nat 20.
Well, luckily
funny.
for you,
Natural 20? Oh boy.
Not 20?
I rolled 12. So
Bob's in the water.
Mr. Wigglesworth rolled in between your legs.
Roly-polied it.
Full on roly-polied it.
well,
And face in the drink.
Is it disgusting?
It tastes like minerals.
You can sell this, and he will continue drinking.
no.
It's holy bathwater. They make a lot.
It was just Presto. So as far as, contamination, it's fine. Do you have any hit point damage?
Yeah, I could use 3 of them.
The guard will look over and see that you're not healing. Yeah, I think something's still wrong with that. I think she's still mad.
We did
Can
just
I do a beautiful fountain display in the water?
I think it's going to take more than one person. Or a trip up to see her personally.
I want to go see a god. Wigglesworth's eyes are full of fire.
Tonight they're probably going to talk about the spring situation. And if I know them, they're going to send an offering up the mountain. And they'll need somebody to do it. Usually it's penance for the person whose fault it is.
But doesn't the caravan leave like tomorrow
It
or in like
does.
2 days?
About ourselves later.
We can tell them who did it, and so at least the person did it will be able to do their penance.
Jinro Washer. I don't
Jinro,
have anybody named Washer here. Jinro is actually a pretty common name here.
It should
Never
narrow the
mind.
list of suspects, though.
Is there anyone whose job is to clean something in the town?
Yeah, we got plenty of washer women, and
Is there any one of those named Jinro? That should narrow it.
there are a few named Jinra.
What, did it have a tail on the O?
It was a pea stream.
Is there a Jinra washerwoman? You said there's
Probably
two?
at least 2 or 3.
That narrows it down a
What's
lot.
our name?
Now we just have to go ask them each individually why they would desecrate the shrine.
Oh, no, we're missing one vital part. Missing one vital part. Bob will think for a moment. There's a part of this we're missing from the story.
The fact that they could use lots of magic?
And that's true.
That's why I was going to ask what the bard just got in town's name is.
That's the bird's name. I think it's like Galliard.
Do you have any trans washerwomen?
Not that I'm aware of. I haven't really asked.
Dad, was it straight down or was it on a wall?
It was on a wall, I'm almost certain,
Is that
right?
a fence?
Okay,
Oh,
then it's got to be someone with a penis where we can't look at the women.
That's
I
No,
Fried.
but what we could consider is that somebody who was perhaps spurned by a washerwoman who could have made these sigils and written her name in piss on a wall. Why would you write your own name in piss?
a lot of letters.
Somebody had a lot of piss.
Multiple people?
We're still here, right? Can we be looking at this fence?
Yes.
Does it appear to have all been pissed at once?
Yes.
So this person is big.
I have the worst question I could possibly ask, God. With my scent ability, could I sniff the piss?
I was having the exact same thought.
You can indeed. The guard will give you just the most disgusted look. You'll note that the R trails off at the end in a sputter. Like they just barely got the R done.
Okay.
Are there drips leading in any other direction?
Usually
out
you
the
stop
door?
and shake before you move on.
Yeah. It's and as far as you can tell, this one was not human.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Thray says, using that smell, I can try and determine what part of town that smell is most common in, but the fact that it doesn't come from a human being may be the most useful information of all. Because this is a largely human town, right, God? I'm misremembering
Mostly. There are a few Goliaths, a few dwarves, some halflings.
that. Dwarves can go months without pissing. It must be.
Okay, but how high up is it on the fence?
That's a very good question. Is this too high up on the fence for a dwarf?
Yeah, no. If they shot it straight up, they would not make that R. That would not work. It wouldn't have worked like that. That's got to be someone who's taller than the fence.
It is definitely somebody who is taller than a dwarf.
Okay, so that makes
Closer
it like
and closer,
Goliath.
Dr. Thrace says, like she's on the way to discovering general relativity.
It would pretty much have to, at that point, either be a half-orc or a Goliath, because the only other demis here are dwarves and halflings, smattering of gnome, and it couldn't have been any of them.
There,
Have to be.
now that you think about it, the half-orc twins. One of them was named Ginro.
We're gonna have to turn on our only defenders in this town?
Or maybe we don't and tell the twins to get out of town because this place might be being leveled by a volcano.
At very least, having cleaned the shrine and then sending someone to send an offering should spare the town.
Can I
With
use,
the
like...
shrine looking like this, I'm unafraid of the town being destroyed by a volcano for this incident.
Can I try some sort of, like, diplomacy roll to make the altar feel better?
Yes.
I'm so sorry we have done this, that someone could do this to you. Okay, I'm moving that die. It ended up on a 20, so it's out of commission. We're done if that's all it's being used for tonight.
Understandably.
17. Not bad. Respectful.
Alright. What'd you get total?
17.
17.
Oh, does this count for me being cute since it says social interaction?
Yes.
18.
Nice. I think it's specifically only supposed to work on humans, but
Oh, fuck that. That is a bullshit rule.
It'll work on human-based gods.
I am adorable to anyone. Oh, hey, someone's looking for D&D in South Beaverton. Oh, yeah. Should check Reddit.
Oh, that was in Portland by Night. That's why. I'm like, why is Warsaw in the Genesis channel?
Yeah, oops.
Funny, Candy and Dimiko have been talking, and it's interesting.
Da-dun, 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 da-dun.
I rolled a nat 20. You see that this place straight up sucks. I rolled a nat 1. This place honestly seems kinda cool.
You think that you have appeased the god as much as you can as you're walking back out past the sign, past the piss that Thrace is cleaning off. Thrace, it occurs to you, what if they weren't finished?
That is a thought. How much fence is there left?
Quite a bit.
Okay.
They seemed confident that they could finish it, so it couldn't have been more than 1 or 2 more letters.
Yeah, I'll take a little bit of prestidigitation and just mark up a letter E after it and see how that feels.
That looks about right.
I think we know the culprit was here.
God damn it. God damn it.
That does seem like their sense of humor, though. Well,
I think these orcs are smart enough to cast a spell like that.
they seem to be a pair. One of them is more martially focused. The other one, you haven't seen carry any weapons around, but you also never seen him cast that spell. Where are you going from here?
I guess we can either try to find the twins, stop in, say thank you, and give them a warning to maybe lay low. Because I feel like if we try to interfere with the investigation, like directly barring it, that we could potentially earn disfavor from the goddess. So I think like if we just give them what we thought at the time was a genuine lead and just leave it at that.
I mean, we got paid for cleaning. I don't think we have to go to town hall unless we want to specifically turn someone in for doing this.
Right, which I think setting somebody up who didn't actually do it would anger the goddess more than them just trying their best to tease her now that it's been up. Like, I feel like they have a better chance than when it was dirty, you know?
We've helped.
Yeah. So I think we might as well just go and see the merchant and try to figure out what our angle there.
All right.
Is there anything we need to discuss about how our small child is going to deceive this caravaneer before we go do it? You know what needs to be said?
No. What am I convincing them of?
So basically, the plan is that somewhere about a day's ride out from town, half day's ride, they are going to create a road blockage. They will be forced to go around, and going to the right between 2 hills will be where the bandits are hiding.
Okay. I mean, I can always just tell him that path is blocked. The other path has been blocked.
We also need to convince him that the fake gem that we have is the gem from the heart of the cave.
That's a lie.
That's going to be harder to do.
And we need to more or less convince him to not touch it, because that would give him the opportunity to disbelieve the illusion.
Right.
Because we have it in like a fancy box.
I thought we were using a hunk of crystal from there that was in projecting an illusion inside of it. Because that way you can't touch the illusion.
Correct. I thank you. And it's a much easier lie to believe.
It looks a bit dimmer looking at it in the sunlight.
Should probably wait till a little later.
Add a little bit of drama to the scene.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm also going to go find some shells and some rocks and go crush them up for some glitter.
And making the stop by the silver and pick up the shield.
Shells are harder to come by than quartz.
Then yeah, get some quartz.
Mining town.
Yep.
Wonderful. Then, in that case, you're able to get a silver piece worth of glitter,
Wonderful.
and over to the inn, unless you had somewhere else you were going.
We already went back and got the shield for me, so it's
Yep, you got the shield.
wonderful.
Well, one of the tavern wenches comes over. Beer, wine, food today. We got some cheesy bread, mutton pie, and goat stew.
Just the cheesy bread.
Cheesy bread.
She'll shrug. All right, no drinks?
Beer, please.
Oh yes, a beer as well.
She'll nod, try to do some math in her head. 6 coppers, 16 coppers, right? Yeah.
Bobble shrug.
I'll hand her 2 silvers and tell her to keep change.
Oh, thank you. Now I need to go find out how much change for this is. I'll be back with your beers. How many coppers is in a silver piece?
Oh god, she's adorable.
Are we decimal here? Is everything 10, 10, 10? Or is this setting different? I don't remember.
It's 10, 10, 10.
Okay.
In character, it changes a bit based on regional variations, but
And how much people want to fuck us over.
yeah. And if you're buying in pennies, then you're likely buying from somebody who can't count very well.
That's fair.
So if you ask them for change back from a gold piece, expect them to get it wrong. But higher value items will be more exact. But passing the evening.
Sorry, I just got all 12 of a vampire book series that I read when I was like 10, and it was like the first vampire sex series I ever read, and I'm so fucking happy. It's the House of Night series. It starts out with Marked and Chosen and Betrayed.
Okay.
Those were my vampire sex books. Oh my god, so much better than Twilight.
Anita Blake.
This is like preteen. This was the good shit. I just saw someone on Facebook say that like it was better than they remembered as a kid. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta read this again.
Love when that
Mine
happens.
was 8th grade bites, 9th grade sucks,
Oh,
etc.
yes! Yes, I love those. Fuck.
He had such a fun way of being fed as a child. I distinctly remember the grandma has a bottle of ketchup and a bottle of quotation marks ketchup.
Yeah, there's Dave's V8 juice in one that was originally called Vampires Suck before the movie.
I saw that movie.
I never got to. I always wanted to. The memes from it seem
One of my
great.
favorite Guar lyrics. Vampires suck, because they're gay.
More than you'd think.
My god, I was out with this chick and she was talking about like trying to make herself sound cooler to someone we're at a smoking spot with. She kept talking about Gwarn. And I've got my back turned because I'm laughing my fucking ass off at her because she's trying so hard to flirt with this person. And I'm just dying. The person's like, you mean War? And I swear to God, she turned the shade of red I have never seen on a person. It was fucking hilarious.
What's the noun? I'm not able to quite hear it.
Oh, Gwar, it's a band.
Oh, gotcha.
Was ending it with an N.
Okay.
Gorn.
Yeah.
One.
It's like Gwar and corn mixed together.
Okay.
Yep.
Brain was like, you didn't say porn, you didn't say gura. What was it?
No.
Now, Shock Rock Band featuring Dave Brocky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest in peace. Or, well, rest in piss, Gumdog.
Rest in piss. Dizzle, you need to listen to Contrast. Kontrust. They're an Armenian band. Not a single one of their songs sounds alike. Punk, yodel, techno, dance hall, dance, reggaeton. Listen to them. They are like my new favorite band. I cannot stop listening to them.
Okay.
It's a variety show in one band.
There's this guy who is polyamorous, and that's what he calls it, and he has like this one band that has all the sounds. I'm like, no, fuck you. You don't even come close to contrast.
The sun has set as you've eaten your cheesy bread and drank your beer.
Also, none of you stopped the baby from drinking, by the way.
This is medieval times. That's how you get water.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It's not exactly high-proof beer.
Enough to sanitize the fluid.
Tastes more like hops water, but they didn't give you the dwarven stuff.
Did we pay for the
Do
dwarven
they
stuff?
have a doormat?
You did not pay for the dwarven stuff. What'd you say, Dizzle?
Do they have a doormat?
Do.
They've got a carpet on the inside, or more like a rough-hewn rug for people to scrape their boots off.
All right, that would be, too obvious. I was saying earlier, Bird, that, shitting underneath somebody's doormat is like the prime prank because you like step out because you're like, oh, that smell. And then when you step onto the doormat, it gets squished into the fibrous underside.
Or they slide forward and crack their heads open. There's a sparkle of death in Bob's eyes.
Cyborg Dad is only fanning it.
Does Mr. Whiskers want anything while we're at a food establishment?
Has been eating some of your cheesy bread.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Then I guess it's time to deceive a merchant.
All right.
Okay, so convince him that we found this crystal down this way and make him go that way.
Yeah, we're joining his caravan. We've returned with the proof of the fact that we are adventurers.
Okay, and then we're going to convince him to go a different way.
Once you hit the stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to bring that up until we're in the caravan like a day or two from now.
Yeah, for now you're just trying to get them to accept you as part of the caravan. You told them that you were adventurers.
Oh, that's easy peasy. Okay, and Bob will waddle.
Outside of the brightly colored caravan, most of the flaps and things are tied down, but the little awning out front has Garrick sitting at a little table with bread and cheese and wine. He looks over. Oh, you're back.
We have
You survived. Certainly one. I didn't see it coming, so I'm not sure if you succeeded.
What?
The Shining Rock. Do you have it?
We've got. Yeah, it's just the sun. Wait till sundown, okay? It's gonna look really cool.
You have already waited until sundown.
Okay. Oh, and I've covered it in my glitter dust.
We'll say yes.
Okay. Then I am going to. Oh,
it's in somebody's pocket.
Okay, I'm going to lift it up with dancing lights in my hand under the rock so that you can't see them, but it makes it glow like one of those resin things with the carving inside.
Okay.
So it's going to refract from the inside.
It does, in fact, look pretty spectacular once the sun has gone down and it's in its full display like this. Make me a perception check.
Abso-fucking-tootly. That is a charisma roll, and I'm adorable. +1?
+1?
Yeah,
another +1 from the spell you added.
+9.
Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob.
I believe in you, Bob.
19.
You can't eat peaches. You're a cat.
He's gonna eat peaches. He's gonna be that kind of fucking cat. I know a cat who ate tomatoes.
He'll look it over. He'll look it over. I thought it'd be shinier.
It was part of a large formation. I think the total volume was part of the visual effect.
And it was in a cave.
I suppose it'll do. You run into any trouble on the way?
Bob will slip it quickly back into his backpack.
We fought a kind of like chimera thingy.
I'll open up my coat, giving him a good old flash of my ribs that have still not fully healed from where the manticore, or I guess it would be, that was
Chimera.
And then wolves on the way back.
Yep.
Sounds like you've been tested and found not wanting. You're welcome to join my caravan.
I cheer excitedly and high five Grippy.
High
I'll
five.
him.
I'm sorry to say that I have no use for that. He points at the bag that the rock is in.
Its sole use to us was getting hired, so it has accomplished its goal, no?
Fair enough. He shrugs, relieved to not be pressured into buying it off of you.
But there is the matter of our reward.
Yeah, the reward is you get to come with me.
But
That
you
was the
also
deal.
said you'd pay us for recovering the gem.
I said I might buy it off of you.
Oh, yeah. That was the same thing.
Was
We
it
will find more fruitful
sell
lands
someone
beyond.
something? Or deception?
I think for this particular object, you'd have to deceive him.
I will go ahead and try deception if we want to try and sell it to him.
We'll sell it to someone else. Let's. Dr. Thrace will say, I'm sure that the alchemist across town will have some use for this. Trying
really?
to make it look like we've got other buyers possibly lined up. So if he thinks there's anything about it of value, he'll have to speak up.
He'll shrug. Yeah, take it over to him. He make an insight check. Insight's not on there. Society.
All of us?
Anybody who's interacting with him, yeah.
Okay. Not
That
he's a
natural
hoe.
one was slightly too cocked for my liking. It got stopped by the bag, but that looked like a natural one for a second.
Jesus Christ.
But, yeah. So Miss Thrace is not getting much, but he can. Grippy and Mr. Wigglesworth can both tell he knows that it's not a valuable magical rock, but he doesn't know. But he thinks that it was the rock from the bottom of the cave. He just thinks that it wasn't. It turned out to not be very valuable after all.
That's fine. You know what, Thrace? I don't think there's a monetary value for the trophy from our first adventure together anyways. Like, the more I was thinking about it on the walk back, the less and less it seemed like selling it was the right thing. I'm honestly a little relieved, which in the back of my head I am, because, like, I don't know if the illusion would wear off or something, if this dude's just gonna hold on to it.
If it's still gonna be sparkly, can I like add it to like my armor and stuff? I've got studded leather armor. Can I make studs out of it?
It's about the size of an ostrich egg.
Oh, so I can make one.
If you were to break it up, yeah.
Right. It doesn't seem like it has any other value. I will
Other than
wait.
sentimental.
Yeah.
Right back in the bag, so if the illusion stops, he just go, hey, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, I already had put it back in my bag. I was running out of dancing lights energy.
Yep. Nope, it was stored back safely away before he managed to clock it as an illusion.
Then, sir, as your new employees, when are we setting out?
Hour before dawn. Are you taking rooms at the inn, or you pitching tents next to the caravan? He'll shift a thumb over at the small forest of tents.
One place we have to keep watch and the other we don't.
That is what you pay for.
Bob will start waddling over to the inn. Unless you guys would like to stay here. I'm just saying, watch is dangerous.
I was about to recommend we go to the inn if we have the funds, as I look at Grippy Socks.
Oh.
We did just get paid for fixing the shrine. I'm sure they'll be able to, that bounty should cover a night's rest for the three of us.
Private room for 2, 8 silver.
Excuse me?
Children don't have to pay at inns often for rooms.
It's got 2 beds.
Well, where am I supposed to sleep?
You sleep in my bed.
In no, can I, at least he's slimy. You're prickly.
Slimy or prickly. That's that.
That is a real conundrum in that.
That is the choice that we make.
I can deal with some slimy. Prickly is no. Do you know what a shrike is?
Roll
do have
to know
soft
what a
undertow.
shrike is.
You don't know what? It's a type of bird. You should, a shrike. Look it up. It's a type of bird. It's a small bird.
Yeah, but does Dr. Thrace know what a shrike is?
Probably.
Grippy
She's
probably
a doctor.
That's
Grippy
so
probably
true.
does.
But also, the underside is very, very soft. It would be quite pleasant to be the small for Dr.
Just
Thrace.
hope that Dr. Thrace isn't a toss and turn type.
No, I toss and turn about every 10 minutes in my sleep in real life, so absolutely not. No. Sorry, Dad. Just gonna have to live with it.
Oh, I don't mind.
All right, lodging. The night passes uneventfully.
We gotta wake up early. We gotta remember that before the sun gets up.
You wake up to a knocking at the door. The woman at the door is a shortish teenage elf with dark skin.
Hello.
The caravan master is ready to begin departure proceedings and asks you to
Fantastic.
present yourself and your mounts at the west gate.
Bob starts stripping.
But
Thank you.
You were just sleeping. Were you wearing clothes?
I was wearing my bedclothes, yes. And now I'm slowly crying. So I'm taking them off.
She walks away.
let's head out.
Saw Deadpool 3 last night and realized that Deadpool is just knockoff Charles.
It's true.
I wish we had recorded those characters because Jesus Christ, they're so fucking important to me and I want to go back to that game so fucking bad.
You present yourselves and
Nicole.
Nick Holt and Mr. Whiskers to the west gate. Your cart is loaded. I'm gonna need a command animal check from somebody to get Nick Holt to pull that cart.
Ooh, me. 19.
Nick Holt, 19, good enough. She doesn't seem too happy about it, but she will pull the cart. She really
and
wants
I'm
to
using
go faster.
Of course.
You're using what?
My horse glove
Yes, your horse glove.
and an extra apple or two. Can't be stingy with them; they'll go bad. You know.
Yeah, she seems to be warming up to you a little bit, but definitely goes for your fingers at least twice. They had an option between an old retired donkey, a mountain pony, or a young mare, untrained. So she does not have any training.
Her father's shadow, however, is a storied horse.
Outlived 6 parties.
You're planning on awakening our fucking ride, aren't you? God
We
damn
have
it!
to awaken Mr. Whiskers.
Mr. Whiskers first.
You ever read Flowers for Algernon? Oh no. Bob is going to let Mr. Whiskers go at some point.
Oh no.
I mean, it's better than usual because Dr. Thrace can legit, actually talk to Mr. Whiskers, so there's a little more consent going on.
Oh god.
We don't know that.
So, what I'd specified, Wamba, I had specified that the ritual used to create all of you was imperfect, but getting more perfect over time. Michael was the first one to be awakened, and got flowers for Algernon.
Yep.
Died as a hedgehog.
Oh, fuck, that's disturbing! Shit! At least he didn't know what death was anymore.
Right?
Oh god, that's worse!
I feel like a hedgehog knows what death is.
I don't know, even humans can't conceptualize the end of self. We know that other things disappear, but even humans can't deal with the conceptual end of self.
That's why I say it's impossible.
That's how she deals with it, yeah.
What's that one quote? Due to a lack of self-awareness, I'm immortal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Caravanseer seems happy to have y'all. The business of getting everybody ready, everybody on track, takes about an hour. So when the gates open at dawn, it's time to head out. Is there any last things that you are doing here before you leave?
Were we supposed to signal the bandits in any way before we did this?
No. Don't think there's anything else we need.
We're pretty well stocked up.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Then in that case, you depart with the caravan. Each of you give me percentiles.
No.
All right then.
I'll give you 2 sets of percentiles from me to cover.
No, I'll do it. Just saw a video coming home from rough day shift versus coming home from rough night shift, and oh fuck, not even the same league.
Nope, not at all.
Under a quarter, 24.
You may not believe this, but 23.
Oh my fuck. Grippy, do something really funny. Damn it.
How much?
83.
83. All right. It is a cloudy day, drizzling every now and then, but taking the winding trail known as the Silver Road down up out of the mountain. It tries to turn as little as possible, but this ends in switchbacks that are a little bit difficult to negotiate. I'm going to need another command animal check to keep Nick Holt from attempting to dart into the trees.
Can I try to play a calming song or something as well?
And aid another action that way?
Aid another.
And I'll cast a guidance on the beat.
Oh, then 19.
Fantastic. You are able to keep her. She makes a dart for it, but you catch her in time.
Motivating with food, largely.
Can I find the kind of music that the horse likes? See if I can gain its favor through music?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Make an impression.
How do I do that? Oh, right. That is the diplomacy or whatever.
Diplomacy.
Yeah. And I'm cute.
It doesn't know that, unfortunately.
Oh my god, it should. I'm so cute.
Very true.
Don't we all have the cute ability?
No, I think it's just you.
I thought,
No, it's one of your. It's like your.
You're an awakened animal where I'm a
there were only 2 d20s in here. Where
rat.
the d20?
And
Probably
I think
being used for
Grippy is a
magic.
Gripply.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which apparently in their recent update they changed it to Trip.
Gripply must have had some legal stuff on it.
Yep. Don't use
Oh man, I bet the other first edition.
Random.
The other first edition frog people also had to change their name, I bet.
I'm using a hero point.
Reroll.
Significantly better, 25.
20. Yeah. Improve its favor towards you. It was
Hostile.
unfriendly. Now it's indifferent.
Wonderful. What music does the horse like? You now have to come up with this.
Yeehaw ass music.
Horse core.
Okay, now I'm looking this up on Spotify. You're gonna regret this. It's gonna have it. Do you remember the I'm a Goat URL
Yes.
that I found in San Francisco? I still have their song I'm a Goat on my fucking Horsecore, song by Dead Horse. Here we go.
Yeah. Wow.
Wonderful. Then Bob is learning Screamo. Bob is learning how to scream. Hope everyone enjoys that. The horse does.
Headbanging the whole way. Start to try to level out at least. The forest is to your right. It's not as sheer of a drop, nor is it as tall, but a good 20-foot drop. And in front of you is a rock slide that has cut off the route.
Oh no! Bob will do a crash symbol.
Oh no! Fuck. The elf woman who got you from your beds this morning is riding down the caravan, saying, "All right, everybody, time to 10 up. We're stopping here for the night."
Understood.
I think we should go probably scout ahead and find which way we can take the caravan.
Go tell Garrick that, she'll say as she keep rides on to tell the people behind you.
Before we get to Garrick, I whisper conspiratorially to my friends. Should we act like we already know about an alternative path to where we're going? Or should we try and find one, air quotes, after this conversation with Garrick?
That was my guess.
If you don't have a physical map to show, then I think it would probably be best to quote unquote find it.
Maybe worth sharing that perhaps we've looked into how to leave before, or realizing we couldn't go it alone, so we may have an idea of an alternative way. But let's go see if we can sell ourselves as scouts.
All right. I headed up to the front of the caravan.
The Caravan.
Yes, the caravan.
Yep, there we go.
Up at the front of the caravan, he is smoking a pipe and looking on as about 10 people with long pry bars are trying to shift this rubble off of the road. Oh, right. We're gonna be stuck here all night, so if y'all want to camp down, we'll probably have it cleared by morning.
You know, there's a lava god around here who may get mad at you about moving the rocks. We were told not to piss him off. I think he controls rocks. Deception.
I don't know if any part of that was a lie.
It would be more manipulation,
Eh,
but
that is a thing on here.
I think we might have to risk it. What are we supposed to do? Just sit here till bandits find us?
See, when we had to come down to go around to find the thing, because we had to fight the troll and the wolves and the spider, we actually had to go down this path on the right. That's how we got through, and we got our big ass honking caravan trailer hut thingy through there. We had a Clydesdale.
Oh, why didn't you say the road was blocked before?
Honestly, I've been fucked up for a couple of days, man. We got back into town, and do you know how much pixie dust costs here? It's not much.
Only a deception.
Absolutely.
So wait, we came from this direction after we came back? Like, is this the direction that we went to go get the rock? I thought this was a different way.
You went out through the north gate and came back through the north gate. You have just left the west gate.
We took the long way around. 12.
Oh, 12.
Fuck 12.
Fuck 12.
If only I could give you a hero point, I would.
I still have 2 more.
It would probably be worth doing now.
Okay, yeah. I'll pop it. It's very hard to get lower than this. Watch me roll a 3 or a 1.
Uh-huh.
Or 3, 2, or 1. I'm not counting that.
In the bin.
18.
18. Much better.
6 points better.
He looks a bit skeptical.
We got really, really lost for a second there, but then we got back this quick with the thing. That's pretty good. That's because we took this path.
If you want to go scout out another route, I'm not 100% sure these guys will be able to get it through by morning. But don't expect me to spare some guards to watch over your stuff.
Can I use telekinetic projectile to try and make more rocks slide down? Like make it look like it just randomly slid down because they're pulling rocks out?
You absolutely could, but you would also be vocalizing glowing posing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But he's giving you the go-ahead to try to find another route around.
Okay. Thank you, kind sir.
You're welcome, strange creature.
You could just say kind sir back. I don't know what race you are. I don't bring that into it.
I don't know what race you are. I'm sure I'm just as strange a creature as you.
And I was still able to be polite. Look at that. Oh. I have gotten a lot pissier as a person in real life, and my characters are suffering.
From here, what do
we go to the place that we know
I guess
is
we
there.
air quote explore.
All right, somebody make me a find direction check.
Direction.
Probably Grippy, because survival.
Yeah, just get back to my dice. Survival. 22.
Nice.
22. Yeah, you're able to find the hills they're talking about, no problem. The trail is worn enough. It looks like it's a common detour when the road's impassable.
Okay.
The sun is
Just over here. And then I'll whisper to Bob, could convince them that there's a good campsite not too far ahead either. Looking down the trail that seem like relatively feasible?
Yeah, is that even a possibility?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, I will attempt to convince him that there is actually a clearing right beyond that it looks like a lot of folks actually go through there quite a bit of the time.
Okay. Why?
You said there was a child in there, didn't you?
A youngish elf, but not a child. Request. Uh-huh. All right. Make yourself a diplomacy check.
Okay. Does being cute work here?
Yes, it does.
15?
15.
Not bad.
15's not bad. Not bad.
Did you take my weed? You did. You bastard.
Looks the same as all the other.
It was the one that was sitting here and it was mine.
He hums and haws a bit. All right. I think that'd be better than here, just on the road. But I'm gonna put some more guards around the place.
This
Just
is
in
an
case.
awful convenient landslide, isn't it?
Oh, you think it's convenient?
If someone were trying to harm us.
Yeah, I'll definitely double the watch. You hear groaning from the men who are pry-barring the rocks off.
Should let the bandits know to
Well-
attack in the morning then when everybody's fucking tired as shit. Don't go at night. If everybody's pulling double watches, we should get a message to them to attack in the early morning.
We weren't really told where they're going to be hiding.
That's true.
Deniability
But-
at this point. We don't know when this occurs.
We should volunteer for watch. We'll be part of the double watch. That way, those men who were working can at least get some rest.
I think that I could probably put you on watch, but
Have exceptional night vision.
3 of you together.
Hey.
Okie doke.
Can't trust your competency, but put 3 of you on the same task, you should be fine.
We survived being assaulted in the night during our journey to get the rock.
Indeed.
Wait, Dwayne's here?
No, the rock you had us get, the crystal.
Oh, okay.
No, not the boulder.
The boulder.
You know, I
Alright.
learned rock bottom from watching him, and I'll
Yeah,
do my little arms thing.
so did I. He says, doing a different arm thing.
Oh.
Is this a joke that Bob does not get?
I don't think
Grippy
this is a
doesn't get it
joke. The caravan is going through the process of turning itself around. Luckily, the road's pretty wide, and people are able to get going without too much of an issue. The trip through the forest is short and comes out to that valley, just like you said. At that point, on the other side of the forest, we'll order everybody to set up camp. We'll take that road in the morning, he says, pointing down the road between the trail between the hills.
Mm-hmm.
Maps are right, it should join back up with the Silver Road in a few leagues.
Grippy wants to join up with the firewood gathering crew when we start setting up camp and grab some particularly mossy wood so that it'll make extra smoke, hopefully,
Okay.
so the fire is visible from farther away.
Gotcha.
See if maybe that'll let our allies know that we're in position.
Wet pine needles too. If the fire already starts going, just start chucking a few of them in at a time.
Yeah.
No one will see it. No one will know.
It is a stealthy enough thing to do. As everybody sets up their tents, y'all sleeping in the cart, or when do you get a tent?
We have a tent, yes, but we also have a tarp that we can set up off on the side of the wagon
Yes.
that all of us plus the horse plus Nicole should be able to fit into. And make us all a cozy little bed.
We've all got bed rolls. It's just that we need to set the tarp up.
Gonna need another command animal check.
Guidance on Grippy, and start playing the horse core.
21.
Yes!
Colt will get in there with you.
Go Nichols!
I also want to make a point of being helpful around camp, helping people set up their tents and whatnot, anybody who looks like they need an extra hand.
Okay. Most of these folks have been on the road for quite a bit before. There's a couple who are having trouble putting up their tent.
Are they
help
yelling
them out.
loud enough that we can hear?
Yeah. They're a 50-something-year-old brother and sister, and they are bickering like an old married couple.
They probably are.
They have not got any of their tarp set up. In fact, it's in a bit of a tangle along with the ropes and stakes, and they are in nobility clothes.
Nicer than mine?
Different nicer. Yours are nice because they denote your wizardry.
So I don't consider them superior, but others may.
Yes, but they will eagerly take your help, and then both of them will expect you to be on their side in the argument.
I will be on neither side and tell them that family is more important than anything, and that such small qualms, when hands are available to help, are, not worth the stress that they put on themselves. That when you're back to the wall, family's all you have to trust.
I guess she's the only family I've got left. Only because you decided it was a nice idea to become a sorcerer and burn down the family home. And they get back into it.
Ah, there goes.
Ooh, Griffy's gonna put up his hands in that one and walk away.
What town do you live in? Bob is completely unaware of social grace.
Ashcroft.
Oh. Wait, how old are you?
I don't know, 50?
I don't think so.
You burned down the orphanage we got moved to.
Please tell me you are the only people inside said orphanage.
Just us and our adopted parents.
Oh dear God.
Oh my god, a second level monk feat. Sorry, I was just scrolling through, looking at them while also listening. And Dancing Leaf. You are light as a leaf on the breeze. When you leap or succeed at a high or long jump, increase the distance jump by 5 feet. Alright, that seems reasonable. When calculating the damage you take from falling, don't count any distance fallen while you are adjacent to a wall.
Nice.
Nice.
You imagine that in the pit?
Which, like, monks get access to something similar in like 3.5, but at like 10th or 15th level,
Yeah.
because it ends up, yeah, but that's a second level feat that they can take.
Wow.
Yeah, as long as you got a
Exchange for
wall.
other options.
There's a lot of good other options that I'm just taking animal stances to further my wild shape, but there's a lot of really fucking cool ones. Sorry, don't mean to.
Yeah, don't be.
Just like, geez, that's ridiculous.
That's insane.
All right. Has anyone set a watch? Or do y'all just
They
crash
told
the
us
caravan? Right?
They told us we were
The
doing
three of us are on. Yeah.
You go to try to find somebody to talk to about that. Like, oh, where the hell have you been? We've been parked for an hour.
we were helping people set up camp.
Yeah. If you guys want to track the tree line, and just make sure nothing's sneaking up on us. I'll pull out a signal whistle. Blow this. If you see anything, it's a 1 to 3 system and how dangerous it is.
3 being most dangerous?
Yeah.
Understood. And Dr. Thrace will take the whistle.
Be a really bad warning system if you had to wait till the very end to figure out that it was the least dangerous thing possible.
I wanted to be certain there would be no miscommunication.
Then you stand the night's watch.
So we do.
You are relieved a few hours in.
Hand off the whistle.
They thank you for it, and bleary-eyed start, poking in bushes and walking around behind the camp.
Food is here. Can you grab it? I don't want to get pants.
Sure, there's a fire near where we're sleeping. If we get attacked during the night, there's a spell that I need fire to use. So I want to be sure I'm near a campfire or a torch or something.
Mom is not leaving, guys. It's just food. Yum.
Yay. All right. You wake up in the morning. It is still a gloomy day. You can hear the trickle of raindrops on the tarp. But there's somebody out there shouting, "All right, line up."
Lining up.
I will be a model caravaneer.
I will follow Mom and Dad, but I'm honestly starting to feel really bad about this.
The caravan starts moving towards the road between the hills.
I will bring this up to Mom and Dad. Guys, are we gonna do this just because one guy was an asshole to us?
The whole town kicked us out, and it's a little late to back out. We have to deal with the consequences of our actions now.
No!
Yes, we could have killed the bandits on our journey, but instead we decided to ally ourselves with them. These people and what happens to them is the price. Our actions have consequences, Wigglesworth.
At which point, arrows start raining down. There is a scream from somewhere ahead of you and a scream from somewhere behind you. One of them is a horse and one of them is a person. You're not sure which.
May I react to screaming and arrows to casting mage armor on myself?
Yes.
That's for both of us.
It's so broke.
Well.
Action is initiative. That's busted as fuck. 22.
23.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What Grippy get?
12.
12.
I think I'm going to use my hero point to re-roll that. I just didn't want to talk over people.
Okay.
Fucking chop my dick off in the blender. 12.
No! Well, it really is 12. First up, Wigglesworth. Arrows are falling. There are more on the way.
I'm casting shield on myself. That takes one action. And then I'm going to put Forbidding Ward on Grippy. It says against one enemy, though. Can the enemy be arrows?
It only lasts a round, right? Or is it sustained, or what?
I do not know.
1 minute, what we had said earlier, when seeing if it could affect the shrine.
All right. So, shield on yourself.
And I guess I'll just do a guidance on Grippy then.
Okay.
Or well, Dr. Thrace is more long ranged. I think I'm gonna hit Dr. Thrace with the guidance.
Mm-hmm.
How long does that last? Because what I'm about to do doesn't take any rolls, so if it only lasts one round, I am not useful for it.
I think it lasts until your next roll. That's how it does in D&D, at least.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Within like a minute, I think.
And that's what I got.
Then it is Dr. Thrace's turn.
Fantastic. So, I need to take fire damage. Is there a way for me to do that within one action of movement? I know when we were going to bed, I had something nearby, but it's the next day, so I don't know if there's a torch nearby or a campfire that's still going. Need to take fire damage.
No, you are in the caravan walking down a road between two hills.
Okay, right. We've started moving.
Yeah, torches aren't really necessary during the day, so I don't really see a source of open flame.
Then I will take a torch from my backpack, and I would like to light it.
Okay. Make a survival check, or do you have flint and tinder?
We've all got flint and tinder.
Flint and steel.
It's
I
hard
have
to
flint and
remember.
steel.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, with 2 actions, you got a lit torch.
Fantastic. I would like to take damage from that torch to cast my reaction cantrip, Eat Fire. I consume and ingest fire until the end of my next turn, making it less harmful to me, giving me 5 damage resistance, but during the remaining duration of the spell, I can use the Belch Smoke action. With my remaining action, I would like to Belch Smoke. I exhale what remains of the smoke, ending the spell and creating a smoke cloud in a 5-foot burst within 20 feet. I would like to do that on myself to give me concealment.
All right.
Smoke lasts for 1 minute, or until dispersed by a strong wind.
And then Grippy's turn.
So far, it's just arrows, right?
Yes.
I guess I will grab... God damn it, I knew there was something I was forgetting. That's fine. I will grab a javelin and hold my action to throw it at a guard in range once I can see our allies, unless that's too specific of a
No, that's fine.
sick. Yeah, because I don't want to engage them until it would actually be effective. Because right now, if we did it, we'd just be fighting in oncoming arrow fire and outnumbered.
All right. Then everybody make me reflex saves.
I guess also,
Everybody, everybody.
is there already a group of people like forming together? Because if so, I'd use like one of my other actions to like move towards the group of like the vanguard, whatever that may be.
You can move towards the front, but it hasn't been long enough for people to start gathering yet.
Sick. Okay, cool. Then I'm just sticking with my original. I think that's a 20. Yes, I get a +8 on my read.
All right. Reflex from Wigglesworth,
18.
18. And Dr. Thrace.
I rolled a critical failure, so I'm going to use a hero point to reroll.
Okay.
You know what it isn't? It's not a 1. 19.
19. Yeah. Each of you roll another reflex. Roll another d20 and add 2.
16.
15.
8.
An arrows whiz by all of you, narrowly missing a couple of you and Nicolt. One of them thunks into the cart, quivers to a stop.
Father Death is coming for us!
There are shouts among the folks in the caravan, like, "Who's attacking us? Circle up! Circle up!"
God is punishing us for our sins!
Another round. Wigglesworth first.
Okay.
I think we
Yeah,
should
I'm gonna
continue
get
pretending
into-
we're on their side.
I'm gonna get into one of the carts.
Take cover. Yes.
I'm going to get inside one of the carts and get on the opposite wall from the way the arrows are coming.
Wouldn't it make sense to get on the wall close? No, kidding.
All right.
I guess technically getting on the wall closest, but getting low would put you more likely to have the arrows go over you versus being on the opposite side. You're more likely to be at the end of their arc. So they'd be more likely, like if you're near the other side and like the bottom of the cart, you're more likely to get hit by an arrow arcing down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I think under the cart would be the best solution.
Yeah, then that's where we're going.
It's probably easiest at this point anyway.
Yep.
Nicolt neighs unhappily.
Oh God, I will put forbidding or something on Nicole. I'll give Nicole the guidance.
I'll help Nicole on the next round. I'll get her to the at least opposite side of the cart where they're coming from and try to convince her to lay down so that she's out of the
You are up
race.
next.
The race is after.
All right, yeah, Dr. Thrace.
Dr. Thrace. I would like to go to where they're circling up the wagons and to join them.
All
Hopefully
right.
the smoke is between us and them to provide a little break in the line of sight. But it's possible I didn't line it up quite right for that. I wasn't thinking about it at the round.
Seems more like they're firing volleys. They're not aiming at any specific person.
Understood. Still, I want to join the circled wagons. I will, if it's too far away for me to reach normally, I am willing to cast Warp Step to give me an extra 5-foot status bonus to my speed.
They're
Tried
still,
twice.
they are in the process of trying to circle up. The order was just given.
That's fair. Still want to go to where they're circling up. Get there.
Yeah.
Then, if I have an action remaining after that movement, I'd like to cast Shield on myself.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then yeah, I'm there with a shield, casting magic.
Wonderful.
So anyway, I started casting.
Oh, just wait until next round when I start fucking things up.
Now it's Grippy's turn.
I'm gonna use 2 of my actions for the 2 various commands. Can I do that to give lead Nicole over and then command her to lay down?
Yeah, with 2 actions.
First one's gonna be.
Or no, I think 1 action. Lay down here.
Oh, sick.
1 action to move there, 1 action to command.
+6. Why is my brain 14? I don't know why those. It's 8 + 7 - 1.
The arrows are flying everywhere. She is spooked, and she is still attached to the cart.
Oh god.
She is going to make a strength check.
And make it. It's a horse.
Ooh, 14 plus horse.
Yeah, they're only attached to carts because they don't think they can go. Once they know they can go, they're fucking gone.
With a twisting motion that any older horse would never even attempt, the front bracings of the cart snap
Yep.
as Nicolt rears in fright. Everybody reflex saves.
20.
Nat 20, nice.
13 plus 5 is 18.
Nice.
Where's my sheet? 22.
Nice. Another d20, each of you add 2.
13.
7.
Oh.
I do everything for this family. And it still happens.
An arrow arcs down off of the hill and sinks itself into Nicolt's flank
Dear Lord, no!
with a scream of pain and confusion.
My turn's next, yeah?
Kicking and just about to bolt. And it is, in fact, your turn.
Soothe and sleep. Heal ally, protect from mental attacks, and sleep.
Sleepy time.
Soothe and sleep, soothe and sleep! And that heals as well. I do not know how much it heals for, let me check. Or would you mind throwing it in real quick?
Yeah. Creature, D4, D10 plus 4.
Wonderful. 10, 14.
14.
This horse is healthy.
Yep.
OEO healing a horse.
The arrow just pops right out. Like, well,
There it goes.
No, it's just fully healthily healed there.
Oh no. No, that's gonna cause issues.
They'll pull it
no,
out
I'll
later.
take care of it later. Yeah. I
For the
am very
moment,
well
it is not.
trained.
For the moment, it's not bleeding out.
Yeah, that's the important part.
And what's your class DC? Never mind, it's a horse. It doesn't succeed.
It's a horse.
It goes CP.
There goes CP Seeps.
And then next up is Thrace.
Fantastic. So you know how I got right into the middle of where they're trying to round up all the wagons?
Yes.
So out loud I yell, "I'll raise an earthen wall to protect us!" And then I'd like to spend 3 actions raising earthenworks to make the entire 15-foot burst around me rough terrain.
Oh my god.
Making it even harder, if not impossible, for them to round up the wagons.
It is certainly causing problems. Garrett is yelling, but hasn't stopped yelling since the arrows started falling. And you think you can hear him shout, "Riders!"
But that's my whole turn.
And Grippy.
Hell yeah. Can I see that? Or is it an action, a full action to see?
Only if they're hidden.
Okay. Can I see the riders?
Yes, you see 3 riders coming down off the hill.
Okay. I think we still wait another. So, would it take 1 or 2 of my actions javelin power of the caravan?
You want to throw the javelin at the leader of the caravan?
I'm gonna hold my action for when the riders are within, like, range so that I can, like, do it.
Okay.
They get cracked into, like, like a distraction, like, and then, but I guess whether it's 1 or 2 actions, I guess as long as it's not 3 move actions for me to move into range, I can do the 2 and then hold the 1.
They're on horseback. They should be down here next turn.
Sick. Hell yeah. So I'll move within range and then, I guess if they're going to be here next turn.
They'll probably arrive at the end of next turn.
Okay, so I will hold my action until just right before they arrive, because I also don't want to endanger Thrace, who's currently in the...
Then
So yeah.
they are bearing down the hill. The front one has a shield and lance. The Another one is shorter with a big old battle axe. And the third is standing astride her horse with a bow and arrow.
Is that Whisper?
You can't tell from this distance, except that you absolutely can.
It's Whisper.
No one else would be doing that.
Also, just for a quick question, does this count as a forest area?
I don't think so. What context?
I have the Jungle Strider feat, so I'm able to ignore difficult terrain while in forest and jungle.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if I'd be able to get in there with Dr. Thrace. terrain.
No, unfortunately, it's more mountainous.
Okay.
Then they are bearing down. It is Wigglesworth's turn.
I will, getting me and Nicole to a safe place, I am going to hold out the little sparkle stone, just so in case the bandits do see us, they will know it is us.
One of those two things you managed to do successfully.
Okay.
You can pull out the stone, but Nicole's is a horse, and she is asleep. You are not moving her.
No, but I can... No.
I guess
You put a tarp over her or something. That's not going to protect her from arrows.
If only there was a horse connected to our cart that could move the cart over our horse.
Putting the cart before the horse in that one.
Then, yeah, I guess showing off the thing is more important, and
Yeah.
I will like crouch on top of Nicole, like covering her as much as possible.
Yes, wonderful.
Not after Fluffy!
Oh, standing on top of Nicole, waving the light thing in the air.
Yes. All four limbs.
Dr. Thrace, you have successfully disrupted their ability to circle the wagon. You are getting berated.
I begin apologizing profusely and say, I know, I'll try this. And I've got the spell Hydraulic Push. It will let me push one creature or unattended object. Can I, move up behind a wagon and use Hydraulic Push to try and shove it and then push it way too far so it, gets broken on the fucked up dirt or goes where they don't want it?
Push it over.
Yes, it will also take 3d6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, make me those 3d6.
I'm hoping to catch enough attention from the people in the caravan that it's not obvious my friends are signaling the villains. That is 12 damage.
Nice. And it does, in fact, bowl over.
Remind me not to piss Mom off!
At which point, the three riders have come up in front of the caravan, and the one in the middle in the armor shouts with a bit of a hollow voice you can hear through the helm. Surrender your goods and you may keep your lives. Everyone on the ground. And that is where we will hold for next time.
Oh.
GG, everybody.
GG. We're about to get betrayed.
Everybody take 100 XP.
Some betrayal is about to occur. That puts us at 430, I think? Or am I off?
510
Oh, wow, I'm really off.
for 100. We were at 410.
Yep, 5
Yep. Take
Halfway
100.
there.
Halfway through.
I don't think we're gonna get betrayed. If they do, we'll just kill them.
There's a
You
lot
saw-
of people that kill here.
You saw what Whisper did.
Well, GG, everybody.
GG, everybody.
I'm excited to see y'all next week.
Yeah, that was great.
Goodbye.
Good night, all.
Good night.